I keep forgetting. Okay. All right. We're ready. Had to get warmed up. Okay. All right. It's another beautiful day. It's another beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining us on the Unks in the Building UNCS. Unks in the Building. Resident Unk Byron here with the fantastic Auntie Stacy.
Hello.
Today, we will once again be reading Reddit stories.
Yep. You ready for it?
I am ready.
How are you feeling?
Life is fantastic.
That's good.
How about
I'm
yourself?
happy for you. Yeah, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting over a cold or whatever that was.
Oh, I'm sure they heard it.
Yeah,
they heard
it's feeling better now, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
All right.
Me as well.
Okay, so this one is from Am I the A-hole _ relationships.
Okay.
So it has to do with relationships.
I'm going to go out here and limb.
I don't know what the theme is. You can figure that out.
Am I the A-hole relationship episode number 30-something?
Right. Am I the a-hole for walking out on a family dinner because my sister and my husband implied they were sleeping together?
Ooh.
My sister, 31 female, and my husband, 31 male, had a short relationship back when they were in high school.
Nah.
It wasn't anything major, but most of my family knew that they were dating nonetheless. Fast forward to my husband going to a nearby state school and my sister leaving town for college. They broke up, but they still remained good friends.
Ooh.
In the meantime, me and him got closer, and we started dating. My sister was cool with it, as they had left off on good terms, and they didn't have any romantic feelings towards each other anymore. Fast forward to now. Me, 28 female, and my husband have been married for 2 years and are expecting a baby girl in October. My family usually has a big dinner every 3 months to get in touch with the whole family. We were supposed to reveal our baby's gender at this specific dinner. I had it all planned. My sister had ordered a big cake since she was the only one who knew the gender of the baby. The cake was brought out in the middle of our gathering. Once we cut it open, it was revealed that we would have a baby girl. I was thrilled, but my family and my husband were hoping for a boy. That's when my parents commented that we should try for a boy next time. It was a joke. We all laughed. But then my husband said,
cool.
Why wait that long? And winked at my sister in front of my whole family. And my sister laughed at that and said that it wasn't a bad idea. I was confused as to what they were implying, so I questioned them about it, and my husband said, well, we could always spark up an old romance. I was so embarrassed and upset that I walked away from the table and stormed out of the house, got in my car, and drove to my best friend's house. When I got there, I broke down crying. I couldn't understand why they would hint at something like that, especially when they know I've been cheated on before.
Oh.
When I explained the situation to my friend, she was so confused and comforted me. I slept over at her house, and I'm still currently there. But I woke up to multiple missed calls and texts from my family, mainly my sister and my husband. And everyone, including my mom and dad, think I'm overreacting. And it was just a lighthearted joke, quote unquote. And my sister wants me to, quote, stop acting so childish and go back home to my husband. I was too angry to look at any of my husband's texts. So am I the a-hole for leaving and refusing to respond to my husband after he made a joke about cheating on me with my sister?
No. Now that whole situation is out of pocket. Especially since they were in a relationship and people like, oh, yeah, it was high school in there. No. I personally don't like that. We used to sleep together. Now we just cool. And no.
I'm not dating my sister's ex. That's one
I
thing.
don't
But
like that.
it's already done.
I don't.
It's already been established that the sister was cool with it. All right.
You. How small is this city? You couldn't talk to
It's
anybody.
already done, though.
My goodness.
It's already done. And
You
they said that they
couldn't-
were cool. That happens, though. There are people... I know people who are like, oh, I used to date him, but it doesn't matter anymore. You can date him. I know people like that.
First of all,
and it doesn't mean anything to them.
It's always out of pocket, in my opinion.
Right.
You should not date somebody's ex who is close to you. Find somebody else. Neither here nor there. It's too late for that now. You're married. I don't like the joke. It ain't funny.
Nope.
And then on top of that, you're dealing with a pregnant woman.
Correct.
Meaning that even if normally she would have been lighthearted enough to not take that and be emotional with it, that is not the time.
Right.
That's not the time. You cannot do that with a pregnant woman. You should not do that with any woman, especially not a woman who has had a history of infidelity performed on her.
Right. I don't like. No. Here's a few things.
The family is terrible. FYI. Yeah.
Them telling her get over it, stop being immature, and all of that. This is wild to me. It's very wild. There's a few things I don't like. Me revealing that I'm pregnant and having a girl. Moment. Why are you guys saying I should be trying for a boy next time? Yeah. That's mad disrespectful to the girl.
Very much so. Like she had a choice. You know, this reminds me of that story. Like, you know, it's the position that you chose.
Right. You deliberately
made this a girl by what you did.
And I think that's a shame when people are hoping for a specific sex or whatever, and then they act like the one that they're having is less than if it's not the thing that they. Yeah. I think that's awful.
Out of pocket.
It's one thing to think that you're having something and then be like, oh, wow, I really thought it was going to be something else. Okay, now I'm kind of thrown off because in my mind I was going one direction. Now I got to change. But it's another to be completely disappointed and say it to the other person. And you're not the one that's pregnant. That's weird. And second of all, joking about being in a relationship with somebody else is never fun.
Especially
like I could never find that being funny. Yeah. To be like, Byron, maybe I should get with this guy. Like, what?
No.
Are you insane?
That is very
It's disrespectful. So. It's very disrespectful. The sister laughing about it and saying maybe it's a good plan and whatever it is that she said. I'm just like,
she shouldn't even co-sign that.
What is happening?
It should have been if it's going to happen, because sometimes guys just say dumb stuff. But if it was going to happen, it should have been immediately, oh my gosh, bro, you gross. You married to my sister now. That's what the sister should have done. And then maybe this whole thing could have blown over like, hey, me and him finna have an argument real quick. And he's like, oh no, I was just joking. It was silly. It was harmless. And because of the sister, you know, rejected it vehemently, then maybe you end up being like, okay, they're not fooling around. The sister comes around and being like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah. We not doing that.
They're supposed to be the two closest people.
We are not doing that.
I mean, your sister's supposed to be, supposed to be is a weird thing because not everybody's sister's cool. Right. But generally speaking, you and your sister should be cool. And your husband is surely supposed to be one of the number one people in your life. So for him to betray you like that is rough. All right. Top comment: the fact that two of the most important people in your life would even hint at something so heinous is disgusting. Betrayal. Especially considering you're pregnant and vulnerable already.
Come on.
You're crappy people all around. Are your family usually this obtuse? I can't believe how they would think you were overreacting. Is this a normal behavior from your sister and husband? Not the a-hole. Everyone here sucks except for your friend, of course. She's the only one who has your back.
Shout out to good friends.
And the OP says, my sister, no, she's not one to make these types of jokes. My husband has what you would call dark humor, but it's the first time he's ever joked about something like this.
Yeah. Since a time and a place, that was not the time or the place. Especially
I don't think it's ever a time or place to
I'm just saying for dark humor. Just for dark humor
sex with a different human being?
Yeah, no. But the thing is, like, I got to say about women who are pregnant, like, people's faces change. Mm-hmm. There's probably a lot of insecurity happening there on top of
body changes, your mind changes,
everything. Hormonal balance is different. Mm-hmm. You know, it was just a whole lot. He made a very big mistake if that was a joke. Which I'm like, I don't know if y'all was testing the waters or not. I'm insecure about that for you.
Right.
Because it is, nah. All right, next door.
Okay, this is also from Am I the A-hole?
Relationships?
Just Am I the A-hole?
Okay, we still love them.
It's relationships, though.
All right.
Am I the a-hole for sleeping with a guy after my husband said something about an open relationship?
After my husband. Okay. First of all, folks, fidelity. Well, I don't believe in open relationships.
Neither do I, but
that's not, yeah. I mean, just no. Like when you open yourself up to that, that is a world of foolishness waiting to happen because feelings, emotions, stuff happens. Not to mention kids and diseases. That's another whole conversation. However, attachment, but also spirituality wise
is tough. Yeah, it's
yeah.
Rough. Don't invite that into,
you don't
into
need
your
that.
bedroom. And that would be our recommendation. I mean, there are people are gonna do what they're gonna do,
right.
And no real judgment on it because we can't judge. But an open relationship isn't grounds for something. You're not evolved as you think you are. Something is gonna break down at some point.
Yes,
it just is. Not it's toxic. Something toxic is gonna come up.
Built for that.
Yeah, but
anyway, built for that. Go ahead.
All right. So me, 28 female, and my husband, 31 male, have been married 4 years. A couple months ago, he started talking about wanting to, quote unquote, spice things up and suggest an open relationship. At first, I told him no, that's not what I signed up for. But he wouldn't drop it. He kept saying monogamy is just a social construct. Stupid. I don't know why I gave him that.
And now he got a problem.
And if you really love me, you know what you joke about? If you really love me, you would.
Right, if you really love me, if you love me, you'd do it.
He said, and if you really love me, you'd want to explore my desires. Every time I said no, he'd act all cold and moody until I felt like I was the bad guy.
He wanted to cheat.
Eventually, I gave in. Mostly because I thought maybe if I agreed, he'd get it out of his system. He swore up and down it wouldn't change anything between us, and we'd always be each other's number one.
Buddy.
So he starts sleeping with this girl from his gym.
That was a plan. He won the hall pass.
At first, I pretended I was fine with it, but honestly, it was eating me alive. He would come home smelling like her perfume.
Oh my God.
Texting her in front of me, even comparing little things like, she likes to hike. Maybe you'd enjoy it too if you tried. Ooh. I kept swallowing my feelings.
Open relationship, number one foolishness. This is a license to cheat.
I kept swallowing my feelings because I didn't want to be the insecure one. Well, a few weeks ago, I decided if this is really equal, I should be allowed to see someone too. There's this guy. Let's call him Matt. I've known from our friend group for years.
Matt.
We flirted a bit before I was married, so I figured why not? I told my husband I was going out with Matt, and he acted all supportive at first, until I actually did it. When I came home, my husband was furious. He said I crossed the line and that it was different for men.
How she crossed
because
the line?
It's different for men, Byron. Because women get emotionally attached. And he accused me of wanting to replace him. Said I was disrespecting our marriage. And that I must have been planning this the whole time.
So the woman that he's sleeping with isn't a woman because she's not attached? Because apparently... Okay, go ahead.
He even told me I was being disgusting and throwing away what we had.
No, Lord.
All while he's sleeping with his gym girl.
Yeah.
He also keeps bringing up the fact that Matt was my friend and kept saying I had feelings for him during our relationship, which is not true at all.
It's nothing more.
Now he's saying if I ever see Matt again, our marriage is over. But I'm sitting here thinking,
it's open.
Wasn't that the whole point of an open relationship?
That is the whole point.
I only did exactly what he wanted for himself, but now I'm the villain. So Reddit, am I the a-hole for actually sleeping with someone after agreeing to an open relationship with that my husband pushed me into?
I want to know how long he knew the gym rat. How long did you know?
I don't care.
No, I'm curious. I'm just curious. I want to know because, you know, if you're using this, hey, you knew Matt beforehand. Did you know this gym girl beforehand? I think this gym girl is the one thing that sparked this whole situation, but he wanted a hall pass and not an open relationship.
Correct. He wanted to have his cake and eat it too while she sat there. I don't think he
Thinking
thought she had the guts.
Never gonna do it because it's gross. Judgment.
That's what he's.
You're married and you trying to cheat on a slide is gross. I don't care what you say. I don't care. It's gross. Don't get married if you aren't going to, do what you want to do, but don't get married and then not.
Because you stand there with vows between you and another person. It's just between you and this person. You're creating a world between you and this person. Say it in your
vows. Like, I'm going to cheat sometime in front of all these people.
Well, that's why he said we'll always be each other's number one.
No, and we all know, like I said, man, a territorial, that's never gonna be real.
That's why he lost his girl. He
lost his mind because it's never gonna. But the thing is, it's a extreme double standard when it comes to that, and just close the marriage up.
I'll tell you something. I like, not that I encourage this, but I like that she did that because it was just like, oh, so you want to go on
That's what we doing? That's what we doing.
That's what we doing. I wouldn't do it personally. I would just be out.
It's still nasty.
I'm not agreeing. First of all, this was full-on manipulation. Let's start there. Because he was like, hey, I want to open a relationship, spice things up. Get some sex toys, buddy. Like, get a doll and act like that's a person. Get an AI doll that can talk if you're trying to bring somebody else in here. Second of all, if I say no,
why you? AI though? Because he could be a jerk that dried her up. She got dry cooch because he a jerk. And the AI doll responded to his personality, and the AI doll dry up, and she don't want to do it. Then what? And then he got rejected by a bot. And
wait, the bot would never happen. Second of all, if I say no and then he acts cold and rude to her and locks her up, that's manipulation. You're stonewalling her until she finally rode her down till she gave in.
Right.
That she should have never agreed to it, but she was just doing it, and then she's trying to pretend that it's okay, even though it's eating her up inside.
Okay,
girlfriend, you don't have to go through things like that just to say you're married. It's okay to not be with somebody who wants to be with somebody else. You can say no, goodbye, because he's already cheated he's going out with the other woman, and that's what he wants.
And the thing is,
see you later, buddy.
Let's be honest, right? This gym situation probably was already happening,
or on the verge of happening.
It was something that, like, I believe, at least at a minimum, emotionally, it was there.
Yeah, because he's using someone in proximity. He didn't go out and find somebody new.
This wasn't.
It was already somebody that was. He was like, this person would be somebody I would go after.
Yeah,
he did the exact same thing she did, except Matt has been somebody that she knew for a longer time.
Yeah. He had this person picked out when he was asking to begin with, and then he was just waiting for the green light. But emotionally, he had already committed adultery.
I think the marriage was over
when he first asked.
But prior to asking,
well, and
because I'm telling you, part. He was not. He's been dealing with situations like this, like that.
Yeah, that's the other part. Is like what happened between you all when sex dries up.
And you want to spice it up?
No, I'm saying there's something that's a symptom of your relationship being bad.
Right.
It's one thing to logistically not have time. It's one thing I've heard of couples. He works a 9 to 5. She's a nurse and she works overnight, and they're like, I've heard of situations like that, and it's like it's gonna be some time. We gotta work things out, and then we just gotta do it when we got time. It can't be no rose petals and all this other stuff. It's gotta be, if we gonna make something happen this week, it's Tuesday, 7 p.m. Like that. I've heard stories like that.
Right.
So that does exist where that's going to happen. If that is not your case and your situation just dry up,
you need counseling and stuff. And then there's also sex therapy. Like, there's all kinds of things you can do instead of going out there to look for something that's going to do. How is that going to bring y'all closer together?
It's not.
And going out, and then he came in with the bull. He was like, "Oh, she likes to go hiking. That might be something."
Oh, let me tell you, that's
when
next
I
level.
would go off.
That's
That's when
next
I would have
level.
lost my stuff,
Yeah.
and he really would have get a pan full of grease.
Yep.
Because no,
You're not
you're
gonna
not gonna come in
compare.
and compare me to somebody else.
Mm-mm. That's
Mm-mm.
you trying to
And
have a sister
he was
wife then.
rude to. He's coming in with the perfume, and he's texting her in front of you like, "Oh, hang on, this is Jim girl."
Right.
If I wouldn't break that phone,
Mm-mm.
I couldn't do it. I'm not. I'm not built for that.
I'm gonna need him to have a nice day.
Yeah.
He need to go on somewhere because that's not it. That's not it. Yeah, that's not it.
Top comments. Your marriage is already over. Not much to do about it at this point. Not the a-hole. Response to that. He wanted permission to cheat without consequences while keeping OP monogamous so he could feel secure.
That is.
Yeah. Classic rules for her. This is classic rules, but for thee, but not for me. Thee, but not for me. Hypocrisy.
Okay. All right. Rhyming. Okay.
Then he realized his wife is playing Madden on easy mode and he was playing on all Madden. I don't know what that means, but.
All Madden is the highest difficulty on the football game.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So he was playing something and he thought, and she was like, all right, I'm going to run over here and play the same game, but I got mine right here.
All right.
Yeah. Holler at Matt. Just go ahead and just holler at Matt.
She needs to not holler at Matt. She needs to go get some therapy and find herself again, because somebody's steamrolling you into doing something you absolutely don't want to do and pretending that things are okay and eating your own feelings and being in the habit of that is not okay. You should be, in a marriage especially, you should be freely expressed.
Yeah. You
should be able to say, I don't like that. That hurts my feelings. Can we not do that? And the person should be willing to explore.
He was a narcissistic butthole. Like, this wasn't it. I wouldn't even say she needs help like that. This was.
She does.
No. The reason I'm saying it from a standpoint of she doesn't come off like a broken person. She comes off like somebody who loves her husband and was trying to make the relationship work without dealing with that foolishness. And she said yes to something that she should not have. I feel
that's
like
a major thing to say
it
yes
very
to.
much so is. It very much so is. I don't agree with it at all.
I can tell you, Byron, today, I love you like I never thought I could love somebody in this whole world.
Right.
And you are everything, you and our daughter, everything to me.
Right.
But if you came to me and said, there's this girl at my whatever.
He didn't say that, but okay.
No, if you said, hey, Stace, I want to spice things up. How do you feel about it? You're not, what?
I ain't built that way.
I know, this sounds such a strange thing to say, but even if you came to me, I'm like, if 30 years from now, we've been doing it for how many years? And you're like, how do you feel about, I'm going to be like, that's really what you want? And you get mad if I don't want to give it to you.
No,
at a certain point, I must have to say,
have a nice day. This ain't working.
Because I don't want to hold you back from the thing that you say you really want that will make you happy.
Right.
But you have to know that it's at a cost. I am the cost.
This is the point I was trying to make with the other situation, though. Me personally, inside, I hate people say me personally. And of course it's me personally. Who else is going to be? It's silly. It's straight. Anyway, my thought process is if I get to the point where I want to cheat, I need to have a conversation with you just to begin off the rip. Something is already wrong. And this is months before I get to the point of being like, hey, we need to spice things up. No, we need to fix our relationship because something is missing. I don't care if we got the counseling, couples counseling, marriage counseling, reading what's your love language. We got to fix it because it's a symptom of lack of intimacy if we can't get to that point. It's a problem. You need to be able to be intimate with this person. And if you're not, if it's never to the point where you feel like, you know what, I'm attracted to this person, I'm aroused by them. If you never get like that, something else is broken. And the answer is not, hey, let's spice something up. Let's put on costumes. Let's role play. Let's bring this other person in. Let's buy some toys. That's not the answer because guess what? Now you're just going to be two broken people with toys and you still not intimate. You're just having sex.
It's true.
There's a difference between making love and having sex. And that's all you be doing is getting off. And you might as well do that by yourself because what are we doing?
No.
No, I'm just saying, like, I know it's not the same, but I'm saying like at a certain point in time, we're gonna reduce it just to getting off. Then,
right?
You know what?
No intimacy.
Yeah, it lacks the intimacy. Like you said, get a dog. Like what's the point?
Right.
No, he wanted an emotional connection in a way that she was not providing, or vice versa. And he might have just been a little bit of a freak, because if you don't have aligning libidos,
taste,
if I can say that,
or taste, or sexual taste.
But I mean, they've been married 4 years. Somebody should have known something. There needs to be conversation.
4 years is not long enough for you guys to be dried up, though.
That's what, something else is wrong.
It's got to be like 18, 19, 30 years. And even then, a lot of people still stay. Like, it just got to be a long time for you to be like, all right.
They said, what's this? Like the 7-year itch is kind of what they said a long time ago.
Yeah,
thing, but
I think what matters is what you said. Like, if they would still be broken, even if they got toys and spiced it up, they would still.
Come on, man.
They would still be broken people having sex.
Yeah, broken people with a little bit of
lube or whatever.
A little bit of
or whatever it is people use.
What you call that? That was Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Anyways, next story.
Hot sauce on your sex. Go ahead.
Am I the a-hole for not buying my daughter anything?
For what?
Throwaway account. I'm male, 39, and my wife, 43, female, have 4 children.
39 and 43, and they got 4 kids together. Praise God. Shoot your shot at older women. I'm sorry, go ahead.
While my wife and I both make pretty good money compared to the rest of our siblings, we both agreed not to overindulge our kids, and that they would earn money for the things they wanted. We provided the essentials, and our children would share the benefit from the comforts that we provide in our home. But things they wanted for themselves individually would mostly have to come out of their own pockets. We provide an allowance for our youngest kids, female 14 and female 13, as they aren't old enough to get jobs. Once our second, female 17, Kate, turned 16, she was old enough to get a job. My wife and I both sat her down and explained that our oldest son stopped getting an allowance once he was old enough to get a job, and encouraged her to get a job too. She said she really didn't want to get a job because she didn't really like being told what to do.
Oh my God.
I was a little disappointed, but said that was her choice. My wife and I both made it clear that whether she had a job or not, she wasn't going to get any allowance anymore. She would still be expected to complete household chores since she lived there. Kate said she really didn't think that was fair since the 2 youngest still get their allowance, and I explained that's because they're still too young to get their own jobs. Kate stopped doing her chores and said she didn't see the point since she wasn't getting an allowance anymore. I mentioned that I don't get an allowance for cleaning the house, and neither does my wife. Kate said that that's not the same. Very well. We were in a tough spot. I wasn't going to kick her out of the house. I couldn't force her to do her chores. I couldn't make her get a job, and I wasn't going to let her keep getting an allowance when she's old enough to get a job. My wife and I discussed it and decided that we would split Kate's allowance and chores between the 2 youngest. They were thrilled about the idea of new and more challenging chores and extra money. I mentioned to my wife that we need to drive the point home and really tighten the screws financially on Kate to drive the point home. Few dollars to go eat with friends? Nope. Money to get into a school dance? Nope. New clothes for school? Take her to a clothing drive at our church.
Oh my God.
Surely eventually Kate would get the point. She's been moody and barely coming out of her room lately. She has been snapping at everyone. My wife mentioned that Kate is starting to resent her younger sisters because they have money and she doesn't.
Her fault.
She asked if it's the worst thing if we offered to put her back on an allowance to do her chores again. I said I didn't think that was a good idea because the younger girls have already gotten used to doing the extra chores and getting the extra money. I also said it's already unfair to our older son who has been doing his chores without an allowance after he got his job when he was Kate's age. And my wife thinks Kate will never go get a job, and continuing to give her sisters an allowance is going to make her resent them more. I think I'm right, but maybe not. Am I the a-hole?
First of all, it's a problem for your daughter to say to you, I don't want to be told what to do. That's already a problem. because in society, um, you are not always going to be the boss. And now with your no, um, no, what's the word I'm looking for? She has no work
Resources.
skills.
Right.
She has no resume. She has nothing. And the thing that she's going to have to hope for is when she gets out of college or high school or whatever, she can start her own business and somebody's going to like her enough to give her a shot. But I don't want to be told what to do doesn't work in any part of society. Even if you are the most powerful person in the entire world holding the highest office of the United States of America, you got to listen to somebody sometime.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot just do what you want to do. And that, my friend, is a problem for me, that this young lady has this mentality of, I don't have to do this because I don't want to do this, and I'm still going to reap the benefits of everything else in life as if nothing has changed. Now, I agree with the father saying, hey, it's not fair to the son. We made him do this, and now we can't break the rules just because you're saying, I don't want to do this anymore. Now, is there some other way we can make this work? We give you your chores back. Is there something else you can, quote unquote, hire the daughter to do? To be creative. Probably not enough to be done around the house to do that. But I don't know. I personally say, you put your foot down. You got a very strong-minded young lady who is trying to get one over on the family, and I don't like it at all. I don't like that at all. The rules is kind of weird. Like 16, get a job. Like, what's happening with this family? Like, that's the way I was thinking at first, and then the longer the story went on, the more I started like, I don't like this little girl.
Well, he said they both make pretty good money compared to the rest of our siblings. We both agreed not to overindulge our kids and that they would earn money for the things they wanted. We provide the essentials, and our children would share the benefit from the comforts that we provide in our home. But things that they wanted for themselves individually would would mostly have to come out of their own pockets. Okay, so you're good. You're done.
Yeah, because I'm like, as a girl, it starts being tough. Because like when a guy at 16, if you don't want to get nobody telling you what to do, first thing you do is like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get a lawnmower. I'm gonna cut grass. It's kind of like your own business. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna pressure wash somebody's driveway or something like that. For a young lady, she might not want to get out there and cut no grass or pressure wash somebody's houses or driveways or wash cars or something like that where you can use manual labor. And it's like, that's the kind of job you get at 16 if you don't go work fast food or retail. It's something like that when you own your own business. Nobody's gonna let you do their taxes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so
it's tough.
So they have this stringent rule, which is fine. Okay, so
that's their household.
That's their household, and that's what they do. Yeah. And I understand being well off and not wanting your kids to be spoiled. I totally get that. For them to understand the value of money. I remember one time, long time ago, I read an article that Demi Moore's kid, she works at a shoe store in like a really rich area, but still learning to go grab the shoes, talk to people, help people.
It's important.
It's important for them to understand.
Like that. What's the fellow, the real estate guy? His daughter is just like, she went to art school or something like that. William Buffett.
Yeah.
And she has no money. He's like, I'm not paying for that, and you're gonna figure this out, and it's my money.
Right. And I understand. I think there's huge value in, first of all, getting a job at a young age gives you certain kind of responsibilities. And I get that. But I also don't want my kid to have to suffer in ways I suffered just for the sake of suffering.
Right. What are we learning?
So if she didn't want to go and she's like, I don't like people telling me what to do. So I would have sat her down and said, okay, well, what skills do you have? And maybe we can help you start a business.
Right.
and say, okay, you like makeup? Let's make your own lip, because you don't even have to make it yourself. You don't have to sit there and think of a ingredients and all that. You could literally.
That ends up being mom and dad running things.
No, she's 16 years old. She can do this.
Good
and
luck.
Say that this is your business. I know people who have kids who do this.
Yeah.
You want do your own lip gloss line. You're gonna go online. You're gonna figure out how to sell it on Instagram, and that's how you're gonna make your money. Okay, fine. You don't have to go to work.
But you got to.
But I need to see your work ethic.
Right.
I need to see you working at something. I need to see you planning things out. I need to see you getting up and going and doing the things and making your money and making sales. She probably could make more money than they ever thought she could if she started a business.
Yeah.
And made it into whatever she wanted.
She start a business though? She's 16.
100%.
I guess the parents.
Children.
I'm telling you, the parents are gonna. That's gonna be a lot of work.
No.
It's gonna be back on the parents.
No.
At that underage, she can't legally do nothing at 16.
Byron, she can sell lipstick online to parents. She can say, listen, I need one more allowance for me to go and buy the things that I need.
For my business license.
And then, yeah, they can help her with all of that. And then she runs it from there. She's learning something. Because the thing is, you don't want to go out there and work. I get it. Who does? Who wants to get up and go and work and fry fries all day? It sucks. And for minimum wage, those days are over, Byron. Those days are over. These kids don't have to do that. They can start their own YouTube channel. And now the parents, they have money.
Streaming in real life.
Streaming, live streaming, making videos,
but she gotta
YouTube.
Make some money.
But the thing is, they could show her, they can even pay her for the ethic. The point is going out and having the let me see you do this, and you need to have your straight A's. So let me see you working on your channel. Let me see you blogging. Let me see you doing all the work that you need to do. And then once this, and helping you, because the point of it is to really gain the life skills to be able to thrive in whatever societies that they're going to be growing up in. I'm sure they're going to the best schools because the parents have money. So other kids in her class are probably not working. So they're like, what the heck? Your parents are making work? That sucks. Because they're all well-to-do.
Right.
Her parents her other siblings, their aunts and uncles and stuff, they don't have any money. So she doesn't come from money in that way. They did well for themselves, and congratulations on that. But also figure out a way that she doesn't have to do it. She has to now become, they have to sit her down and say, okay, we get it that you don't want to go out and work.
Gotta do something.
You've got to do something. We need to see you have that work ethic. And we know that you have it because you did your chores, and you did your chores to the best of your ability. But also now that you're growing up, we need to see you. We're trying this. What we're doing here, they need to explain it. We're not just going to fund your life. You need to explain what the goal is.
Right.
It's not to make you suffer. It's to help you build the skills that we can't teach you. You being at home, sheltered at home, doing it.
The thing is, like, the fact that she is trying to get rehired to do her chores this is something that's going on inside of her that's rebellious. Like, this is I want to do what I want to do, how I want to do it. Because she isn't talking like, hey, I want to start my own business. I don't want to do this. I want to do that, but I want to get my money some other way. She's like, I want to be a princess. Because the thing is, she could have kept doing her chores and said, hey, look, mom and dad, this is wearing me out, and I want to start this business. The ambition of it is not there for her. And this is where I'm like, it's going to have to turn into more work for the parents to get her kickstarted, to do something where it's kind of like, it's a fantastic idea what you're talking about. Like, do something. Let's nourish this idea. From the sounds of it, I don't think she got it in her.
Whether or not she has it in her is irrelevant. The reason why they want her to get a job is so she can get something in her.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing with the other kids. The reason why they're getting paid for their chores. Right. That's why they're doing it with the son, is so that they can get this ethic, whatever it is that they want to get into them. Right. It's not an inherent thing. Like, you have to learn those things. Yeah. And she obviously wants to deviate from that, and that's fine. You don't want to work a traditional job, but baby, you're gonna have to do something. What I don't like is he being church drive for the clothes. That's just embarrassing now. That's next level. I understand. You just don't need new clothes. You're just gonna have to wear your clothes.
What you had last year.
Because for them, all them being well-to-do means that you've had clothes you don't need. Trust me. Right. Like, you have a bunch of stuff you don't actually need. wear that stuff.
But that polo has the green horse
Right.
on it, and this season's has the red horse.
So
when I heard people was doing that with polos, I was like, bro, you gotta be kidding me. Like,
but
you have the same navy blue shirt, but your polo got a green horse on it or whatever. And they was into that. Like, this was last season's polo.
Well, so many people do that. It depends on
like,
it depends on the crowd that you're into, you know.
Yeah.
And if they're superficial, I mean, we don't know what is her other friends are doing, and most of her friends, I'm sure most of her friends are not working. That's why she's like, ew, no, I'm not going out there and getting a job. We're gonna look poor. And she's like, I don't want people telling me what to do. I hate all of that. I already don't like school. So, okay, you're not that type of kid. You're not a typical kid. Let's figure out a way that you can actually be on your own and learn things, because your life isn't going to work out for you if we keep spoon feeding you. That's what they're trying to do.
I get it. No, it makes perfect sense. But welcome to the other side where you did chores without allowance. Because, I mean, I got stuff when I wanted it, but I never had an allowance. It was not no...
Yeah, but Byron, please.
Weekly.
Stop.
Please understand what I just said. I said I got stuff when I wanted it. I stated that. But I never had an allowance. I have money in my pocket.
You didn't need an allowance.
Okay, she don't need an allowance.
No, but she was...
Because I'm saying
you got stuff when you want it. I'm
exactly.
saying she's not going to get the stuff when she wants it.
But what
they
I'm
want
saying
them to pay for themselves.
She could have had, if she was smart, she could have saved up some money to get what she wanted.
Why would she do that when she's living in a rich life?
Because she saw the way her brother was treated.
She thought that was a boy.
Man, whatever. 16 is coming.
They sat her down at 16 and explained it to her. That should have been a conversation. Hey, guys, just so you know, when you're 16, this is the thing.
You can't definitively say that. She saw what happened to her brother.
She didn't have that discussion.
Yeah, this was a entitled
young lady. What do you think Reddit said?
Reddit probably said, oh, you're being too hard on her. Help her ease back in. Let her do her chores again and give her some money back so she can function. This is a 16-year-old girl. And this is the prime of her life when she's making her core memories, you know, something along those lines.
All right. Specify what exactly you and your wife consider necessities and what you expect your kids to fund by getting jobs. Teaching kids to save and work towards them items they want is one thing. Expecting them to provide everything for themselves beyond food and shelter is overboard. Somebody said exactly. Clothes for school sounds to me like a necessity. Agreed. As our kids got older and wanted more expensive clothing, we got them each a prepaid Visa with a clothing allowance.
Prepaid Visa, oh, that's nice.
We were giving them. It was a generous allowance. If they wanted to spend $150 on jeans, fine. The budget was the budget, and anything else would have to come out of their pocket. They learned to prioritize money pretty quickly. My daughter was very money motivated and started working at 15. Her older brother didn't see the point in getting a job until he totaled his first car. His father bought another car for him against my better judgment, and I put my foot down. I told him he couldn't drive to school unless he had a job. Then he could take the car. He rode the bus for 2 to 3 days. Guess who had a job by the following weekend?
I'm confused about what she's saying. Is she saying a person's unreasonable or reasonable? Because the second half of her story said, "You was right."
Right.
You was right. You was right.
There was another one where it said, wow, your parents are like my father. He forced me to get a job at 15. Somebody wrote a story. Someone said same way all the way through, but they were even worse about it. This person's talking about their own parents. When they didn't require my younger sister to work at all during her high school and college, I was told I had to save money for my schooling and did. Then my sister goes to college 3 years later and they pay full pop, including living on campus, which I didn't do because I didn't have enough money. I worked 3 jobs during college and she worked 0. I bought my first car and they bought her first and second car. I paid for my wedding. They paid for hers. I don't have a relationship with my parents.
See, this is why you don't have a double standard. Because now you pissed off the older brother. Like, yo, why?
Why can't she? Yes.
No, exactly. You got to play by the same rules.
This person says, sadly, this was essentially my story too. That was 50 years ago. I wanted to go to college. Basically, they're saying the same thing. It's long, but they were saying you're overworking the kid. Like you're gonna sacrifice your relationship with your kid to make this point. And what point are you actually making? Are you trying to humiliate her or not?
So You at least gonna be work for hire. You're gonna be work for hire.
Mm-hmm.
Because you cannot do. The thing is, if they give her a pass, you risk damaging the relationship with the older son.
And the other two kids certainly aren't gonna do it.
The other two kids are learning from this and like, man, why would I do it? You still taking care of her? You still buying stuff for her? Why would I do these chores and I ain't got to do no more? Cool, I'm done.
Yeah.
Now the whole thing is wrecked. Apart. No, you gotta hold the line there. I'm sorry, like it sucks for her, but she cannot say, I want what I want because I want it and I don't want to do this, and you're going to change what you're doing with everybody else to accommodate me.
That's what creates people who don't function well in society. And the impact on the rest of the people around them is rough. Because then she doesn't have any sense of what it takes to get something done.
No, she's going to have to. I mean, I think that was a admirable and creative idea that you said, hey, look, okay, parents pay for her name, for her business. Do something
fun that you actually want to do.
Pay for her licensing.
You want to take care of dogs.
Pay for her business. Pay for her LLC to be created. Mm-hmm. You coming out of pocket a lot, but that's a creative idea if you want to say, hey, at least you're working something. Mm-hmm. And then help her out.
And she needs to report her work to you. This is what I did today. This is what I'm doing. Each day she needs to do some work towards her business.
Do her chores.
Yes.
You can just stop and doing chores.
Someone says, well, I think it's important that children are still instilled with a healthy respect for hygienic and organized environment and taught the value of money. I also think kids need to have time to relax and enjoy being kids. Expecting your kids to constantly work school, household chores, plus extracurriculars without a healthy amount of downtime is unrealistic and harmful.
What kind of chores are you doing? Clean your room?
They're going to work 50 plus years. Let them be kids while they can.
What? So help me understand. I know there's levels to this, but chores was A, do the dishes. A, clean your room. A, take out the trash.
Well,
A, cut the grass.
He said the 14 and 12-year-old, or whatever the ages, they were thrilled to get more complex chores. So I don't really know what those were.
What is it? Vacuum the house? Like, I'm not sure. Nobody's telling you that when you're talking about chores in general. In general,
they're basic
kids is very basic stuff that you really should be doing on your own anyway.
Yes.
Are you telling me to do the family's laundry? Are you telling me to get outside on a ladder and clean the gutters and wash windows? Like what are you saying that is, bruh, it's your night to do the dishes. Do them.
I think there's validity to what this person's saying because they had a longer story and they had background where it was rough because she was the eldest and she took care of all the other kids, so that's a problem. That's because you become a third parent, and that's not okay.
That's not okay. But
her last thing is what I read because I thought that was a valid point, but also, like you were saying, as long as it's within reason.
Yeah, like what are you doing?
And I think there are parents who do this, and this is why I feel like, I don't know if we've never discussed this because our kid is young, but when they get to the age where they could have a job, and hopefully we're not in any kind of position where she has to get a job.
Right.
But I would love to be like, listen, get straight A's and be a good, obedient child, and we'll take care of you until you're 18 years old, and then you're going to have to get a job. Or 19, 20, 22, whatever age.
If you're going to college.
If you're going to college, 24 years old,
college,
we'll take care of you. You don't have to worry about going to school as long as you're doing your part. Are you doing the work to get your A's?
Right.
Not because there's some smart kids who just don't have to do anything. They're just getting A's. But are you doing the work? Are you being good? Are you following the rules and things like that? And then, and if I see that this, if she doesn't have the tenacity or the focus or whatever to do the thing, then maybe, okay, now you do need to get a job so you can understand the skills that it takes to do a job well done. It just depends on, it's a case-by-case basis. It depends on the child, but you also have to explain it. Like if we had multiple children,
right,
you'd also have to explain to them, well, I didn't get to, how come that person
right.
Those things can't come across as favoritism because they carry that. Kids will carry that into their lives and it'll be a problem. So it has to be a conversation. And for her just to be like, I don't want to do it because I don't want to do it. And now I'm going to be mad. And if I show you how mad I am and then you guys will soften up, like the mother is trying to do,
very much so.
Not okay.
Out of pocket.
That's going to be a problem for you guys.
Bruh.
So I think they need to stick to their guns, but also have a conversation with her. Say, listen, you're not getting a job. I'm not telling you have to have a traditional job, but you're going to have to do something. Figure it out.
Stream every day, bro.
And if you're not making money from that, we can start paying you from that, but I need to see the effort going into it.
Streaming is a difficult job, by the way.
I know, but I'm just saying she's not
gaming,
her just being like,
video.
No.
Like, that whole I'm not doing nothing is crazy work though. Like you don't get to 16 and be like, I'm retiring from life. Everything I was doing before, I'm not doing anymore because I'm grown now. Like it doesn't work that way. At any rate, folks, I need you to do a couple things for me. I need you to like. I need you to comment on the stories. We appreciate all the comments on the last video. Appreciate everybody who's going back and looking at old videos too. That warms my heart. I need you to comment again, especially with the stories that you disagree with. I like hearing other people's commentary on when they disagree with us about what we're saying verbally. I do like that. I want you to type it. Okay, I want you to type it inside the comments. But yeah, we need raise your kids to have a little work ethic, and don't open up your marriage. Don't do that. Either get married or don't get married, and that's what this is. Like you can't fix the relationship, just fix it. Don't open things up. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you again. Goodbye.
Bye.